What if everything you see right now is not real? Not your phone, not your room, not even your body. What if your entire life, every memory, every emotion, every choice you've ever made is part of a system, a simulation, designed by something far beyond your understanding? And here's the most disturbing part. What if you were never supposed to realize it? For thousands of years, humans have searched for the truth about reality. We've built civilizations, developed science, and uncovered the laws that govern the universe. From gravity to quantum mechanics, we've pushed the boundaries of knowledge further than ever before. But the deeper we look, the more reality begins to break apart. Today, a growing number of scientists, philosophers, and tech leaders are seriously asking a question that once sounded impossible. Are we living in a simulation? Not as a metaphor, but as a literal physical possibility. Section 1. The origin of the idea. The idea of simulated reality isn't new. Philosophers have long questioned whether what we perceive is truly real. But in 2003, a philosopher named Nick Bostrom introduced a powerful concept known as the simulation argument. His logic was simple, but deeply unsettling. He proposed that one of three things must be true. Advanced civilizations never reach a level where they can simulate reality. They reach that level, but choose not to run simulations. Or, they do run simulations and we are almost certainly inside one. The third option is the one that has captured global attention, because if even a small number of advanced civilizations create simulations, then simulated realities would vastly outnumber real ones. Statistically speaking, it would be far more likely that we are inside a simulation than in base reality. Section 2. Technology is heading there at first. This sounds unrealistic, but look at how far we've come in just a few decades, video. Games have evolved from simple 2D pixels to massive open worlds with realistic physics, dynamic weather, and intelligent characters. Virtual reality allows us to step inside digital environments that feel almost indistinguishable from the real world. Artificial intelligence is now capable of learning, adapting, and even creating content that mimics human behavior. Now imagine this progress continuing not for years, but for thousands, or even millions of years. At that level, a civilization could have computing power so advanced that simulating an entire universe, down to the smallest particle, becomes possible. If that's true, then the question is no longer can simulations exist, becomes have they already been created? Section 3. The strange behavior of our elite. Modern physics reveals something deeply unsettling at the smallest scales. Reality does not behave in a stable, predictable way. Quantum particles don't exist in a single fixed state. They exist in multiple possibilities at once. This is known as quantum superposition. But the moment we observe them, they collapse into one definite state. This is called the observer effect. It raises a bizarre question. Does reality only become real when it is observed? In other words, is the universe rendering itself based on observation? Just like a video game only loads the environment when the player enters a specific area. Section 4. Is the universe digital? Some scientists believe the universe may not be continuous. Instead, it could be made up of discrete units like pixels on a screen. There appears to be a smallest measurable length in physics, a fundamental limit to how finely reality can be divided. Time itself may also have a minimum unit like frames in a video. If space and time are both quantized, then reality might operate more like a digital system than a smooth, continuous one. Even more fascinating, there are limits to how much information the universe can store. This suggests that reality could have a kind of resolution, just like a simulation. Section 5. The role of CIO Asinia says, now let's go deeper. What if consciousness is not just a byproduct of the brain, but something more fundamental? Some theories suggest that consciousness might actually shape reality itself, that what we perceive as the external world is filtered through our minds. In a simulation, This would make perfect sense. You wouldn't need to render the entire universe in full detail. You would only need to render what the observer is experiencing. This would dramatically reduce the computational load, making the simulation far more efficient. Section 6. Glitches and anomalies throughout history. People have reported strange experiences, déjà vu, time distortions, unexplainable coincidences. Most of these can be explained psychologically, but some theorists wonder, what if these are not just mental errors? What if they are small inconsistencies in the system? Tiny glitches in the fabric of reality. There is no scientific evidence for this, but the idea continues to fascinate millions. Section 7. What do experts say? Some of the world's leading thinkers have openly discussed this possibility. Elon Musk has stated that the odds of us being in base reality may be extremely low. Other scientists have explored whether we could detect signs of a simulated universe, such as limits in cosmic resolution or unusual patterns in physical constants. So far, no definitive proof has been found, but the fact that this idea is being taken seriously by scientists, engineers, and philosophers says something important. Section 8. Who created the simulation? If we are inside a simulation, then who created it? The possibilities are endless. A highly advanced alien civilization, future humans running ancestral simulations, or something entirely beyond our understanding. And why would they create it? To study the past? To test different realities? Or simply for entertainment? We may never know. Section 9. The most terrifying IMF reality is a simulation. Then it is not fixed. It can be modified, paused, or completely shut down. Everything you know, your life, your memories, your identity, could disappear instantly. Not because of natural causes, but because someone decided to end the program. So the next time you look at the world around you, take a moment to question it. Is this truly reality, or just an incredibly advanced illusion? Because if we are living in a simulation, then the universe is not what it seems. And the biggest mystery is not the world inside it, but the one watching from the outside.